Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Yes, it is I, Mr. Ed, Bob Edmiston, proud as ever principal of our McPolin Elementary School. Today is Thursday, January 6th, 2022. What a day. Let me start by saying what a week, and thank you to everyone. It has been a very calm, it's been a very energetic first week back. Students have been doing an amazing job being back to school. Teachers have been well planned. It's gone smoother than I thought about or worried about over the break. And I had plans of starting the year covering some content issues and talking about ways you can support students behaviorally and some other pertinent topics. And then Omicron happened. And yet, things aren't going to change all that much if, as we've continued to do, and honor all for one and one for all, and more than ever, understanding that our own personal needs, sometimes our own personal opinions, need to be evaluated as we keep our number one priority in its proper place. Keeping schools open, making sure students can come to school and be involved in their learning at the schools. That must be everyone's priority. We learned through the remote part of this pandemic. We have learned through last year's process where we offered a split, absolutely best for most students being at school, which means making appropriate choices so that schools do not become overly impacted with COVID positive testing. And I don't mean don't test, I mean make good, smart decisions outside of school. Schools are safe. What comes from outside of school and comes into our environment is where our conversations become a little more difficult. I am here for kids. You are here for our kids. We can do this. I will discuss some of this information up on the board here, but I want to go to what is the most current information and why I'm changing today's video. Summit County updated public health order to include mask requirement. I hope you read this statement. I have. Let me give you the gist. School, as we've been managing it this year, will not change. We'll still do lunch in cafeteria. We'll still be going outside to recess and going to specials. The only difference for school is masks are now required. Those families that might have chosen to have or need to have a mask exemption, I would ask that you go back to the doctor and get it updated or have it reaffirmed. If you choose to not, that's fine. As in all situations, we will work together with all families. I just ask that to help us all manage those conversations. And let me make clear to everyone, we will work with everybody in a safe, polite, rock rule kind way to manage any situation that might come up in reference to this mask requirement. Bottom line, Mr. Ed didn't make this decision. Bottom line, Superintendent Gilday did not make this decision. This was a Summit County public health order. Our job is now to honor that order and to be that voice and message to our families And in the end, I hope that this helps us to maintain that number one priority, keeping schools open for kids and keep doing all the great things we've been doing. And honestly, the learning that I see going on in classrooms, if you didn't know the news, if you were dropped down out of the sky into this school, not many people would recognize a lot of differences other than the masks. And if that's what it takes, Mr. Ed's behind that 100%. A couple of quick updates before I leave us. There are district meetings planned for next week. A DLI meeting next Tuesday. Right now it is planned for in person in the auditorium at Ecker Hill and a Zoom. And I haven't heard differently. It starts at 5:30. It is for kindergarten parents and those students that will be incoming first grade parents. At the other three elementary schools, you must lottery in to become part of their dual immersion programs. Here at McPolin, you automatically are enrolled because we're school-wide. And yet going to that meeting or listening into that meeting makes sense. They do a general overview of the entire program. It's not just an elementary program, and it would be worthwhile, I believe, to our parents. Also, a planned state of the district meeting with the bond passing and so many other things. They've worked very hard to have an informative presentation to communicate and share with our community all the great things going on in our district. That is piggybacked right off that 5:30 meeting with DLI at 6:30 at Ecker Hill. I recommend you all to either watch or be a part of that as well. Wow, what a difference a day makes. I can share with you that the high school will be involved in a test to stay activity because of the number of positive COVID cases. This principal is asking all of us to understand the importance for all of us to keep our McPolin school open. And how exciting is it that you are directly involved in that? You are now an important daily member of our school based on decisions being made to ensure you keep your family safe, your loved ones safe, and keep our school open. I am available for any conversations. I am happy to talk to parents. Again, I am only voicing and messaging the specific order offered by our Summit County Health Department. My biggest priority is what? Keep schools open. Thank you all so very much. 2022 will be our best year when all of us support one another. Thank you, everybody. It's been so exciting to be back. Have a super rest of the night. To be continued. Thanks.